Thank you, Erica. And thank you to our great partners joining us here today to talk about Michigan Reconnect. I'm excited to share with you today the great opportunities Michigan Reconnect offers to Mid-Michigan and Thumb adults 25 and older who take advantage of this new program. The goal of Michigan Reconnect is to make it easier and more affordable than ever for adults with some or no college experience to earn a post-secondary degree or skills certificate. Statewide, there are more than 4.1 million Michiganders who are eligible for Reconnect scholarships. That includes 463,000 residents in Mid-Michigan and the Thumb alone. Imagine the possibilities for our families and workforce if even half of those eligible took advantage of this opportunity. Michigan Reconnect launched 1 month ago and builds on the success of the Futures for Frontliners initiative Governor Whitmer created last September, and to which more than 120,000 essential frontline workers submit applications for tuition-free college or high school completion. Already this semester, over 15,000 of those frontliners are enrolled in community colleges across Michigan. Both these programs align with the state's 60 by 30 goal of ensuring 60% of Michiganders will have a post-secondary degree by 2030. That's why we are so thrilled by the interest we've already seen for Michigan Reconnect. Since February 2nd, we've already received more than 45,000 applications. But we can't stop there. We want to ensure eligible Mid-Michigan and Thumb residents are not only applying for Reconnect, but also working with the community college of their choice to get lined up with an education path that leads to a high-demand, rewarding career they will excel in. If you are at least 25 years old, have lived in Michigan for a year or more, have a high school diploma, and have not yet completed a college degree, then please head to our website, Michigan.gov/reconnect, and get started with your application. I'm very proud of all of the hard work that has gone into creating this historic new opportunity. And we certainly appreciate the support we've seen in the state legislature from both sides of the aisle for this important program. With that, I will turn it over to one of those lawmakers, State Representative CYNTHIA NEELEY.
Thank you, Susan, and good morning, everyone. I am proud to represent the 34th District of the Michigan House of Representatives, which embodies most of the city of Flint. From listening to my constituents and the business community, and as a small business owner myself, I understand the important role skilled workers play in building and thriving local, regional, and state economy. That's why Michigan Republicans and Democrats are working together to find a solution. In the fiscal year of 2020-21, a bipartisan group of legislators came together to approve a $30 million in state funding for Michigan Reconnect. A program like Michigan Reconnect is long overdue. Today, 31% of Mid-Michigan and Thumb residents aged 25 and older have an associate degree or higher. Nationwide, Michigan ranked 34th for post-secondary degrees. Research shows that when adults earn degrees and gain new skills, they have the ability to advance in the workplace, earn higher wages, and fulfill lifetime dreams. In Mid-Michigan and the Thumb region alone, eligible program applicants include 52,000 in Bay County, 18,000 in Clare County, 190,000 in Genesee County, 15,000 in Gladwin County, 17,000 in Huron County, 32,000 in Midland County, 12,000 in Osceola County, 91,000 in Saginaw County, and 29,000 in Tuscola County. I certainly hope all eligible Michiganders will explore this historic opportunity. Now I would like to introduce the next speaker, my husband, Flint Mayor Sheldon NEELEY.
Thank you, State Representative NEELEY, and thank you to Leo for inviting me here today. I'm so excited about this program to offer free community college to adults over the age of 25. In the city of Flint and all other communities across the state of Michigan, we are doing our best to encourage and assist the growth of business and industry. That's why I support Governor Whitmer's goal to increase the numbers of working adults with skill certificates or college degrees to 60% by 2030. I truly believe that Michigan Reconnect is a big win for our entire state, and I look forward to the continued partnerships as we champion this program together. For those who believe they cannot afford college, this opens the door to higher education and a better future. Can we say game changer? Michigan has 530,000 job openings for higher degrees and higher demand wage fields such as IT, computer scientists, manufacturing, healthcare, and professional trades. We need highly trained workers, and community colleges are the perfect vehicle to help. To tell us more about this, I'm honored to introduce my good friend, Dr. Beverly Walker Grafia, the president of Mott Community College.
Thank you very much, Mayor Neely. I am honored to be a part of the Michigan Reconnect launch in mid-Michigan. We have already seen great interest in this program at Mott Community College, with more than 100 inquiries directed to the College Information Center. The Michigan Reconnect scholarships are a great way for adults to begin or finish their associate degrees or skills certificates. Not only does this program allow students to go to college for the first time, but even to return to college after stopping out. It also helps eligible adults who are already enrolled in a community college to complete their degree. The Michigan Reconnect program removes financial barriers for those who always planned to go to college, but life somehow got in the way, or for those who simply could not afford the cost of college. Now, eligible Michigan residents can attend community college tuition-free within their community college district through Reconnect. The program pays the remaining balance of tuition and mandatory fees after other state and federal financial aid have been applied. And for those who are considering attending a community college out of their home district, Reconnect will cover the in-district portion of their tuition. There is no excuse not to take advantage of this opportunity to earn a degree or a skills certificate. The 21st century job market requires specialized education and training in a variety of emerging fields. These include healthcare, computer technology and security, and professional trades such as welding and robotics. At Mott Community College, we offer almost 100 degree and certificate programs to prepare you for the 21st century job market. Because we know that the key to advancing the economic prosperity of mid-Michigan is a skilled workforce. We recognize that paying for college isn't always the only barrier to pursuing an education. That is why we have a host of additional support services to help every student at Mott Community College to succeed, including affordable on-campus childcare, help with housing and food insecurity, and tutoring and academic support services. Mott Community College is a strong supporter of Michigan Reconnect, and we look forward to assisting adult students to reconnect with their academic and their career goals. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Matthew FELAN, President and CEO of the Great Lakes Bay Regional Alliance.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beverly. I'm so happy to be here today in support of Michigan Reconnect and to share a few thoughts about its impact on business communities here in the Great Lakes Bay region, North Central Michigan, and in the Thumb. Our mission here at the Great Lakes Bay Regional Alliance is to encourage, support, and celebrate regional collaboration and initiatives that will improve both the economic vitality and quality of life here in the Great Lakes Bay region. That's exactly why we're so proud to be Michigan Reconnect champions. Along with the rest of the state, we are very excited to see the many ways Reconnect will help advance the social and economic well-being of our communities. I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that Michiganders without a college degree or training credentials often face economic challenges. And education beyond high school opens the door to many new opportunities, with earnings of $7,500 or more per year for those with a 2-year degree. At the same time, businesses will get the skill talent they need not only to survive, but thrive. We work very actively in both business attraction and retention efforts here in the Great Lakes Bay region. When we're talking to companies from across the world, the pipelines they're talking about today are very clear. It's all about the talent pipeline. It's the single most important factor in business attraction and growth decisions. But improving the skills of our existing workforce extends far beyond any one single employer. It spreads across our entire region, and it lifts the economy as a whole. Now more than ever, we need to invest in our talent and business to ensure strong recovery and growth. So let's do all we can to champion Michigan Reconnect. I'll tell you, as we come out of the global pandemic, Michigan is really poised to lead the nation in the economic recovery. We'll only be able to do so with the talent needed. And Michigan Reconnect is one of those great items that the governor has put in place to help us recover quicker. If you hear that your nephew or next door neighbor is interested in going to college but unsure what career to pursue, encourage them to visit Michigan.gov/reconnect. On the site, you can check out a long list of careers and wages by occupation and region and see what kind of degree or skills certificate you need to get there. To Susan and the rest of today's speakers, please know the Great Lakes Bay Region Alliance is honored to be a Michigan Reconnect champion. Now I'd like to introduce one of those Great Lakes Bay Region's Reconnect champions herself, Erica Mata.
Thank you, Matt, and thank you, Leo, for asking me to share my story. I live in Bay City, and I have 3 children, Jada, who's 10, Jordan, who's 9, and Jaden, who's 8. Right now, I work as a server in a local restaurant, but education is really my focus. For the last 2 years, I've attended Delta College part-time and pay for it using student loans. I'm pursuing an associate's degree in nursing and still have 2 years left. I always stress to my 3 children every morning how important school is. I'm sure they know my speech by heart now. The difference is I'm not only telling them how education is important, but they see me putting it into action. It has helped me motivate them because as they see me work, they work harder too. Many times while the kids were learning virtually, all 4 of us were on our computers at the same time getting our homework done. I'm very proud of my kids understanding education is a very important priority. I first heard of Michigan Reconnect from a coworker who told me how easy it was to sign up. I went online, I applied right away. Michigan Reconnect is a great program because it offers free tuition for an associate's degree or a skills certificate. For the last 2 years, I've worried about my student loans, knowing they will be there waiting for me to pay off someday. So to be able to start next semester with a Reconnect scholarship and be stress-free about student debt will take a huge weight off my shoulders. I know it will take stress off me mentally because tuition can be very expensive. Reconnect is the chance for me and so many others to get out there and reach for your dreams. Believe me, I will put the scholarship to good use and strive my hardest to get the nursing career I've always wanted. Thank you for having me here today. Now Susan Corbin will be sharing some closing comments.
Thank you, Erica. I can't tell you how happy your story makes me. And thank you to everyone who joined us today. Michigan Reconnect, like so many other programs we're focused on at Leo, aims to expand opportunity for all residents and make our state a better place for everyone. But state government alone can't do what needs to be done. As Matthew said, in order to ensure all Michiganders have an opportunity for a prosperous future, we need all businesses, teachers, parents, families, and friends to encourage those they work with or know to take that leap and take advantage of this opportunity to achieve their associate's degree for little to no cost. Please join us in telling them to go online at Michigan.gov/reconnect and apply today. It takes 5 minutes and can be completed on your cell phone. Thanks again to everyone. I look forward to more virtual news conferences through March, introducing Michigan Reconnect benefits to regional audiences across the state. Now I'll turn things over again to Erica Qualey, who has some quick instructions for the media.
Thank you, Susan. For any of you who have joined us from the media, if you have questions, now is the time. I will get to as many as we can in the next few minutes. Just indicate your questions in the chat field, please. I'm not seeing any right now. I think we must have done such a good job covering all the topics. Let's see. Give me one last chance. Anyone with questions, just type in the chat function here and I will have Susan or others join us to answer. All right. Well, I am not. Oh, I'm sorry. It just came through. All right. Riley Murdoch with MLive is asking, is there a deadline residents need to apply by?
There is no deadline currently for the Michigan Reconnect program. This is a program that we believe should exist beyond this year. There's strong bipartisan support in the legislature for this program, and the governor has proposed in her executive budget recommendations an additional $120 million that we know this would support the Michigan Reconnect program through 2023. And I do want to remind everybody that if you enroll in Michigan Reconnect right now and get accepted into your local community college, you could be attending classes by this summer. And if you enroll now, you have up to 4 years to complete your program. So if you are like Erica, if you're raising your family, if you're working full time, and it's not realistic for you to complete that associate's degree in 2 years, you have up to 4 years to complete that degree.
All right. With that, I've not seen any media questions. So thank you everybody for joining us today. Our press release has gone out. So for members of the media, you should have that now or shortly. And we will be getting our recording on our YouTube channel. Thank you all for your time today. Bye.